Hey guys, I'm Alastair from Trail and Kale, and this is my Nike Zegama 2 review. And that's these trail running shoes here. I'm just a regular guy who absolutely loves running and reviewing the latest running shoes and gear. My 5K PR is 20 minutes, which I'm always trying to beat. I've run countless ultra marathons around the world, and my favorite distance is the cheeky half marathon. Road or trail, I love running on them both. I'm not afraid to let you know when a running shoe is crap, but also you're definitely gonna know when one blows me away. Either way, our independent running shoe reviews are always 100% honest, reliable, and hopefully you'll come away from this video having learned something new. First off then, what are these trail running shoes designed for? Who are they targeted at and who's going to enjoy them the most? Well, they're a highly cushioned daily trail running shoe that will kind of run over any kind of terrain you want to put them in. And there have been some enhancements on the Zegama 2 over the Zegama. So many issues that I didn't really like with the previous version have been fixed. So new innovations, new updates have solved those issues, and it's now so much better. And I will go through those updates as I walk you through the key specifications, the key features, and what they actually mean for you on your run. First off then, how much are they? Well, they're $180. Whether they're worth that, I will let you know by the end of this video. So definitely watch it to the end. How do they fit and how do they feel? Well, they're super cushioned underfoot. They feel really nice when you step into them. The lacing system cinches down really nicely. The upper's soft and stretchy. They do fit true to size in length, and I'd say they have a medium width. If you do have slightly wider feet than medium or average, then the lacing system will cater to your feet as well. The upper is using an engineered mesh. It's really nice. Like I said before, super soft. Seems very breathable so far as well. Lacing system's really good. The tongue has been updated. I didn't like how short it was before, but it has been lengthened and made more padded and soft and cushioned. There's also a really nice finger loop at the rear. That makes them nice and easy to slip on. And there are also reflective detailing. So if you are running in low light, the Zegama 2 has you covered. The midsole is using Nike's ZoomX foam, which you probably already know now. That is super cushioned, but it's also very responsive as well. And it's the foam you'll find in the super shoes from Nike. So it's their best technology, their best foam, and they've got it in the Zegama 2. It was also in the original Zegama as well. The outsole then, this is going to please so many people, including myself. It's now using Vibram's Megagrip. I talked about Megagrip so many times in my reviews. It is the current leader in rubber compound for outsoles on trail running shoes. The performance on traction is just insane. And you've now got that on the Zegama. I'm going to overlay an image now just so you can see those nice deep lugs, the chevron patterns, and just how aggressive it is. By the way, I'm going to go into more details as I get through this run. I'm going to share how they perform on the climbs, the steep descents, technical terrain, flat sections, which means I'm going to test how fast they are in all-out speed. Also, I run over, lots of different types of terrain, from rocks, roots, soft ground, loose dirt like such. Which, by the way, the upper has a built-in gaiter, so that will keep out any loose dirt. That's this section here. That collar wraps around your ankles and it keeps out any dirt and mess that you don't want inside the shoe. They have a 4mm drop from heel to toe. That's the same as the previous version. And they now weigh 10.7 ounces for a size US men's 9. That's my pair. Now that's interesting because the previous Zegama weighed 10.1 ounces for the same size. So that's quite a big jump in weight. It'll be interesting to see where that's coming from. I'm guessing the upper, because that tongue is a lot more padded, and that was an issue that I had on a previous version and it's been fixed. So I don't really mind the extra weight. I'm not noticing it on my feet as of yet. I do have 300 more meters of climbing, which you can see this is the way I'm headed. So that's really where you notice how heavy a shoe is. It's really on the climbs, and it's that extra weight that you're hauling up with you. And over time you'll feel if a shoe is heavy or not. So we will find out and I will let you know. good job. You've made it to my performance review. So most of the running that I've done so far on this run has been climbing, but also I've been doing some flat sections as well. So I've been able to quite extensively test how they climb and how fast they are on the flats. Climbing, they've been really good so far. Now the cushioning underfoot is really nice to have, but they do really well on climbing as well, so you're not losing that response or energy return as you're moving up the mountain. One thing I will say is they're actually not the most breathable. So I'm running in California right now, and it's pretty hot, but it's not the hottest day. So if you do run in really hot environments, I would maybe look to one of the alternatives I'm going to list at the end of this review that are a little bit more breathable. That said, if you're not in super hot conditions, then I wouldn't worry about it. If you're enjoying this review, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to this channel for more running shoe reviews just like this one. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. That'll notify you as soon as new videos drop. Another thing to note on the climbs is if you do the laces up with a traditional lacing setup, you will notice a bit of heel slip, and that's to do with the built-in gaiter collar, which doesn't really support your Achilles. So that's the section here. There is a little bit of heel slip on there, but I'm pleased to say there is a fix. So I just did a racer's loop heel lock lacing method on the left shoe here. I've left the right shoe just with traditional lacing, so not using the final eyelet. And there's a huge difference. Left shoe with the racer's loop method, the heel lock is really good and it works really nicely. And thankfully Nike has made the tongue padded and long enough. If you're not familiar with the racer's loop heel lock method, go watch that video that I put together, which demonstrates how you can do it, which is so useful if you do get heel slip in your running shoes. We've established they climb really well then, bar a couple of minor things like the heel lock, which can be fixed, and the breathability, which might not be a problem depending on where you run. So how do they run on the flats? Well, they're surprisingly fast. Very comfortable, tons of protection under your feet because of that nice thick midsole or high stack height. The 4mm drop feels great. I'm used to that from the Zegama 1. If you are looking at that shoe, go watch my review of that one. In case it's still available to buy, you might be interested in that one as well. Although I do think the Zegama 2 is a much better upgrade. So they're cushioned, responsive, got plenty of protection underfoot, and they run really well. So I can see them being a really good option for all-terrain running. And that means, you know, if you've got road sections in your trail run, or you need to run to your trailhead, for example, on asphalt, then these shoes have really got you covered. They handle all types of terrain, and so far, technical stuff, pretty well as well. They are also so much more stable than the original Zegama. I'm not sure how Nike has fixed that because they are using a very similar midsole. But however they've done it, it's more stable. That was one of my complaints on the original one. That it just felt a little bit wobbly in the lateral flex side of things because of the midsole. But it's a lot better now. So yeah, so far so good. Just want to quickly share a thought I had. I did mention earlier that you will get a much better fit if you use a racer's loop heel lock method, and you totally will, and I recommend everyone does it. Just in case you are climbing steep climbs and you want extra control on downhills, then definitely do that. But one thing to know, if you do have wider feet, I think you might run out of laces. I've got average width feet and I'm right at the end of being able to tie a knot. So I guess for you guys with wider feet, you might need to try and source some longer laces or make do without the racer's loop heel lock. Let me just get my breath back. Got a little bit carried away on the downhill. because I was having so much fun in them. And I wasn't expecting them to be this good. They are so much better than the original Zegama when it comes to downhill running as well. Nike's made huge improvements and I really like the Zegama now. The stability is so much better, which is absolutely key if you're running down steep technical terrain. You need to be able to respond to the trail that changes beneath you, even at speed. And I feel like they do a really good job of that. They're super comfortable. That ZoomX midsole foam with fairly high stack height does a great job of protecting your feet. You know, I feel the trail beneath me, but I don't feel it digging into my feet, which is exactly what you want. And that's especially so if you plan on doing any ultra running in the Zegama 2, because they are perfectly designed for that. I would like to see them maybe made a little bit lighter. That's being a little bit picky on my end. But yeah, they'd be absolutely brilliant for ultra running. What are the best alternative trail running shoes to the Zegama 2 then? Well, right now I'm going to say the Arc'teryx Cylon, and then you got the Hoka Speedgoat 6. Both quite similar in that they have a nice amount of cushioning in the midsole. All three of these shoes are really good choices for ultra running. You know, situations where you're going to be out on the trails for most of the day and you need a comfortable shoe underfoot, because the last thing you want is your feet feeling absolutely beaten up halfway through your ultra. You need a really comfortable shoe to get you to the finish line. If you want to go watch those reviews, because they are very different shoes, but all I feel sit in a very similar class of shoe. I did put up links up there when I mentioned them, but also check out the description. I've got all the links of the stuff I'm mentioning in this video. You can go click on those and go straight to my videos. The big question then, are they worth $180? Yes, they're definitely worth it. I'm really enjoying the Zegama 2. Huge improvements over the original Zegama, which I couldn't recommend as highly. I really like the fact that Nike has obviously been listening to maybe some reviewers, maybe even me. Don't want to get too arrogant. Well, that's it from me and my Nike Zegama 2 review. I've still got a little bit more running to do. As you can see, the view and the weather is gorgeous today. Absolutely stunning views over the San Francisco Bay Area. So I'm going to enjoy the rest of my run. If you do have any questions, absolutely any questions about the Nike Zegama 2 or any other shoes that I reviewed recently, or if you've got very specific needs and you're not sure which trail running shoe to get, just drop me a question in the comments and I'll hopefully get you lined up with the best shoe for you. Well, once again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you tuning in. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to our channel for more running shoe reviews just like this one. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.